And we're back with our sponsor, Sunflour. Robert Harper, the CEO, is in the kitchen making Corndog cupcakes. That's an innovative idea. It's good to see you, man.
Well, it's good to be back.
Yes, yes. And first of all, we've got a recipe here. We're going to be talking about a cornbread festival that you guys are sponsoring.
That's right.
Right here in Little Rock. But first things first, you've got some stuff in here. You've got some sunflower.
So this is a really easy recipe to make. It doesn't involve any frying, so it makes it easier to make at home for your family in the evening, perhaps, if you're looking for something your kids will just scarf up and fast as they can get them.
Absolutely. So what do we have in the bowl?
Started off with a cup of self-rising cornmeal mix. I have used yellow, but you could use white, either one.
Okay. Which do you prefer?
Well, I was raised we're eating white cornmeal, so that's what I like best. But my father grew up here in Little Rock. He ate a lot of yellow cornmeal growing up.
Exactly.
So talk about heritage foods. Cornbread is a real heritage food here in Arkansas.
It is, and I grew up on a farm, and we raised white corn, and we raised yellow corn. So
you know yellow corn and white corn just grow that way. The white corn is not just yellow corn that's been bleached.
Or
treated
food color. Right,
It's just very natural. It just comes out of the ear that way.
It does. All right, so let's talk about this.
In addition to a cup of self-rising yellow cornmeal mix from Sunflour, I've also got a cup of Sunflour self-rising flour and 1 tablespoon of sugar.
Okay.
And I'm just going to stir that up a little bit.
Now, you've got sugar in there, so... But this isn't necessarily sweet.
It's not really going to be sweet. It's just going to bring out the flavor of the corn.
I gotcha.
And you could make this all with just a cornmeal mix, but this gives you a little bit coarser texture for the corn dog. And most people think a corn dog should have a little bit finer texture, a little bit of a sweet flavor to it.
I gotcha.
That's kind of typically what people expect.
All
so
right,
that's why we've done that.
Yeah, because the dog inside is going to be a little more savory. It's going to
That's right. It's got a lot of savory.
Okay, good.
And then I've also got 2 tablespoons of oil and an egg that I've mixed up here.
All right.
And a cup and a quarter of buttermilk that I'm going to pour in.
And that looks like it.
And that's it. And that's right. That's all there is to the.
Wow.
Whoops! I don't want to lose the spoon. That's all there is to the cornbread recipe.
Okay.
This is pretty close to a standard cornbread recipe.
Yeah, it really is. Right.
We'll stir that up, and once it's stirred up, I have chopped up some hot dogs and also some Smokies, and you can really use whichever one you like, any kind of sausage that you like.
I was going to say, any sausage you could use.
That's right.
Good.
And I've also sprayed some nonstick, some of that spray stuff in the pan. You can grease it up any way you like, because the corn muffin will tend to stick if you don't do that.
Oh, sure.
And these are not made, if you have cast iron muffin tins, you're lucky enough to have those, you can use those. Most of us don't have that, so we use a regular muffin tin. And so now that I've stirred it up, I'm going to put a little bit in a couple of these tins.
Okay.
And just...
Any tricks on this? Do you need to bury the hot dog in there?
That kind of depends on how you want it to come out and look. So there's one come out like that, and we'll do one with the smoky.
Okay.
And then later on, I'll finish these up when I'm not actually on the air.
Right.
We'll bake them off later, but I've got some baked ones to show as well. We take a little smoky. The full smokies will be a little too tall. They stick out a long way, so I've cut them in half and made them like that. And then when you bake them off, they come out looking more or less like this.
And some mustard on top there.
And we've iced them with mustard. And then you can see I've left a couple of them uniced. This one was made with a hot dog, one of these, and this was made with the Smokies like this. And so that's kind of what they look like uniced. And if you happen to have children that would really rather not have the mustard on it, leave the mustard off.
Right, or you could dip, I guess.
You could dip or put ketchup on it or relish or onions, whatever it is that you like. So it's really a pretty versatile recipe and something that will really satisfy you and your children, maybe go well with a stew.
Yeah, it would be a great idea for that. Now, we do have the Cornbread Festival here in the Soma district in here, and you guys are the sponsors of it.
That's right. We're sponsoring it for the 2nd year. We had such a good time last year that we came back for another round.
Yeah.
It's going to be Saturday over on South Main Street between 13th and 17th from 11 till 3. I will be one of 4 or 5 professional judges, and we will be doing some serious judging. Let me tell you, I can be pretty judgmental if I have to be.
Now, how many people will be submitting cornbread for judging?
I actually don't know the answer to that, but last year we had about 12, maybe a dozen people submitting, some professional chefs and some amateur chefs.
Yeah.
And we will judge those. And then there's also a people's choice. And if you come and buy a ticket for $8 or $10, then you can go around and you can judge the cornbread, and also the side dishes, cast your vote. And then the winners of the popular vote will also receive some prizes based upon that, which will be announced about 3:30 in the afternoon.
That is so good. And again, it's I think I heard the all-you-can-eat thing is like $10 or something. But I think so. You're gonna see a lot of diversity in those recipes.
There is a lot of diversity. There's some sweet ones. There's some savory ones. One year there was a cornbread ice cream. There's some just kind of more standard kind of muffin types. There are lots of really inventive things with savory dishes put in it as well. And then we will be handing out samples of cornmeal. So if you want a little sample of our cornmeal mix, come by the booth and get a bag from us.
Or you can go by any local store and
Just
pick up
about.
some sunflower flour, cornmeal mix.
That's right.
All your products. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for
pleasure.
judging and sponsoring the Cornbread Festival. Again, the Arkansas Cornbread Festival is going to be this Saturday, October the 27th, and a great recipe idea.